This is the SF Productions Podcast Network.
Who's not getting a superhero movie?
From the Pop Culture Bunker, I'm Mindy.
And I'm Mark. You can check out our audio podcast, How I Got My Wife to Read Comics, on iTunes or on our website, sfpodcastnetwork.com. We're in an era that I never thought would ever exist. Superhero movies are ruling the roost at the box office after years of sporadic success and a whole lot of flops. Marvel/Disney finally decided to make the movies themselves, which really made all the difference, I think.
And I think you can see that difference when you compare, say, the movies that are coming out of Disney to the Fantastic Four movies, which are not.
Right, because they have this coherent universe, except for Spider-Man, X-Men, Fantastic Four. They are owned by other studios, at least for now. It's taken multiple smash successes for DC/Warner to wake up and see just how much money they were leaving on the table. Now, both sides have announced expansive slates of movies for the next several years. Marvel, I think, will pretty much march through that schedule. They might alter things a little bit, but I think they're going to do it.
Well, you can see that because they tried again with the Hulk, you know?
Right.
You know, the first one didn't work, but they didn't give up.
Right.
The second one didn't work. They recast him for the Avengers movie.
Absolutely.
You know, they want it to work, and they're willing to make changes to have it do that. Because
they realize, a Hulk movie, if it doesn't work, okay, it'll probably pay for itself by the time you do DVDs and all the various digital sales and stuff. But it more than pays for itself with an Iron Man or an Avengers. DC, we'll see how Batman Superman goes. And then everything could change or go away. They're just so risk averse. So let's take a look at the overall schedules year by year. Starting with next year, 2015.
So we don't have any more this year coming out?
No, this is it. So
all right.
We start
pretty much summer movies.
Yeah. 2015, Avengers, Age of Ultron. It's a slam dunk with the whole cast returning. The only danger is becoming the victim of overhype. Because it is expecting to make a massive amount of money.
Well, and you know, if it doesn't make, it may still be good and may not make a massive amount of money. It may just make a lot of money.
Right.
But, you know, I don't think I can see where you could go wrong with it.
No, exactly.
And, you know, considering how much hype Guardians of the Galaxy got, you know, unless this is horrible, it's going to make massive amounts of money.
Then we have Ant-Man with Paul Rudd and Michael Douglas. This worries me because Edgar Wright championed this movie for years and then left over creative differences with the execs. And maybe the execs are right. And the rumor is they wanted to bring in elements from the other movies and tie in, which is what they want to do, and he didn't want to do that. So maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong, we'll see. Fantastic Four with Kate Mara and Miles Teller, one of the Fox movies. It's a reboot. Thank goodness it's a reboot.
Okay, so it doesn't have any of the same people as the previous.
Complete reboot, starting over. 2016, Deadpool, Marvel's fourth wall-breaking assassin. Ryan Reynolds, who made his own fan film because he wanted to do this so much, will most likely star. This will either be ridiculous or great or both.
And I'm hoping both. You know?
The Deadpool character is very straight and is just constantly talking directly to you, the reader, and just making references to stuff. It's like, oh, he's breaking the fourth wall all over the place.
But it amazes me that Ryan Reynolds, who would get the chance to play another superhero, that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, worst movie title ever. Hey, DC, glad you joined the party finally.
Yeah.
Only took you 2 years. Why is it going to take you 2 years to get to this point?
It's because they're trying to stuff too much stuff into this movie.
Right. Well, but the thing is, they're going to be done, I think, with filming like this year. So it's going to take you over a year to do post-production?
They don't want to
Pay a few extra special effects guys.
They don't want to compete with Avengers.
They could put it in at least late 2015. So, of course, it's Cavill, Batfleck, and Godot. Supposedly, we're hearing they're going to use Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns as a template. I'm really not happy with the whole thing of, no, it has to be dark, it has to be dark.
Yeah, Marvel's not dark.
Right, exactly. My concern here is if this doesn't make $500 million in the first weekend, Warner will probably shelve all the other superhero movie plans. They're like, nope, superheroes don't work. Nope, sorry. We're scared.
They really should have started off smaller.
Yes.
You know?
Well, the theory was, they're trying to catch up, and then they're going to wait 2 years to put the movie out. I don't know how that's catching up.
They could have started out with a smaller Wonder Woman movie.
Yes. Absolutely, they could have. But I think they wanted to jump toward Justice League as quickly as they could, and then now they're dawdling. Captain America Civil War, based on the major Marvel event, will almost certainly have to be slimmed down since that storyline, Spider-Man has a major role in it, and Spider-Man is not owned by Disney Marvel. They're owned by Sony, so they can't do that. X-Men, Age of Apocalypse, another comic book storyline. This one is, I believe, Fox is X-Men, I believe. I like the last X-Men movie, but that was a much stronger story than this is.
You know the story for this
I know
one?
generally. It's more of a more modern event. And the more modern events, I don't think are as good. Mm-hmm. Suicide Squad, going back to DC. We're hearing, the rumors are, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, Vixen, Blockbuster, and Multiplex would all be in it. No Harley Quinn, apparently. Which... Well,
maybe because they're saving her for the Batman or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
And, of course, this is basically DC's Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Ragtag band comes together to fight whatever.
Yeah.
And, we'll see. That's a we'll see on that one. Doctor Strange, Marvel's Sorcerer Supreme with Benedict Cumberbatch is rumored for the role. As of this recording, I think it's pretty much a good bet it's going to happen. That's what we're hearing. I
love Benedict Cumberbatch so much.
and he really would be good in this role.
Yes.
Sinister Six, this is follow me here. Per a teaser video in a secret track of a Shazam video of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 soundtrack. If you dug all the way through that, there was a teaser video that included Dr. Octopus, Green Goblin, Kraven the Hunter, Rhino, Vulture, and Black Cat, who would all join up as a supervillain team. So this would be the first time, although Suicide Squad is technically villains, but this would be villains just being villains.
Being villains, because in the other movie, they're like
government
operatives who are trying to earn amnesty or whatever by... Right.
Exactly. 2017, Wolverine 2 with Hugh Jackman, we assume.
Yes.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2. The first one did better than anyone, even Marvel, thought it would. But get ready for marketing overload on this one. I think you will see Happy Meal toys. I think you will see...
Little baby Groots.
Little baby Groots. It'll be all over the place. You won't be able to get away from it. Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot gets the lead role only 76 years after her first appearance in comics. Mm-hmm. I'll believe it when I can buy a ticket. This has been delayed so many times, and
it's been in development
for 20 years.
Yeah.
Now we're hearing it's going to be a trilogy, where the first movie for Wonder Woman, although they have no announcement of Wonder Woman 2, first movie would start in the 1920s. The second would be the 1940s, and the third would be modern day.
I bet DC's kicking themselves now that they didn't get Joss Whedon to finish up Wonder Woman.
Yep. Yeah, they sure are, I'm sure. Fantastic Four 2. Either a sequel to the first one or yet another reboot.
We'll see. And that's okay,
Yeah. Thor Ragnarok. I liked the last Thor movie. Plus, this will be leading us into the next Avengers movie after that.
So did you see both Thor movies?
No, I actually didn't see the first one.
Okay.
Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman to play the first black superhero in comics. So, but the fact that they've already cast the character, and this is 3 years from now?
Yeah, they should. I don't know why they didn't move that one up.
Yeah. Justice League, the whole gang shows up, assuming the movie happens at all, with the Trinity, of course, plus Green Lantern, Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg.
Well,
I know he's in the current Justice League, but it's like,
who knows if he'll be in the comic book Justice League 3 years from now?
That's true. And then Lego Batman. Yes, based on the success of the Lego movie.
I really
Lego
hope
Batman
it's
movie.
the same Batman from the Lego movie.
I believe it is. That's the impression
That
I'm getting.
Batman was so funny.
Yeah. 2018, The Flash. No, not the TV show, but a movie. It's interesting to see if this show is still on the air at that point and how DC explains the dichotomy.
Well, because, Earth 2 and Earth 15
Right.
and Earth 24.
But the general fans are like, I don't know what you're talking about. The general audience is going to be like, so it's like the TV show? No, it's a completely different thing. Huh? Ezra Miller is the Scarlet Speedster, and we assume we'll also play him in Justice League. He looks like a punk emo kid right now, but he's got 4 years to grow up. Mm-hmm. Avengers Infinity War Part 1. By this time, will Robert Downey Jr. be too old to play Iron Man? We might see a changing of the guard for this one, because keep in mind that almost everyone in the Marvel Universe has been in the Avengers at some point.
Right.
So they could really just completely recast this, or they might say, okay, we'll just cast new people in the same characters.
And it's entirely possible that they could keep Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark and just have somebody else playing Iron Man.
Right.
And the same with the Captain America. It could be the Winter Soldier. It could be,
Because the actor, and I'm blanking on his name, who plays Captain America, has said he wants to direct.
Yes. and this happened in the comic too, where the same people aren't necessarily the superhero.
Right. Captain Marvel, not the DC hero, but Marvel's female hero. They say it will be Carol Danvers and not the current indie-type young girl version.
Well, there is a Captain Marvel,
yes.
Carol Danvers
right.
now, and then there's also Ms. Marvel.
Right.
So, I always get confused because Linda Danvers was Supergirl.
Yes. But Carol Danvers is Captain
Marvel.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. Are they sisters?
No. Aquaman, Jason Momoa plays the King of the Seven Seas and will also presumably be in Justice League, playing that in Justice League.
I would say, I really hope it's like the first, the first few issues of the New 52.
Mm-hmm. Get Jeff Johns to write it, please.
Except that Jeff Johns screwed up Green Lantern so bad.
That's true.
So I get scared.
Yeah. Inhumans, Marvel's race of alien superheroes. That's another one we got coming out. And then Amazing Spider-Man 3, if only to perpetuate Sony's license of the character.
And that's probably it. Really, they have to have the movie in order to keep the license. Otherwise, it'll revert back to Disney Marvel, right?
Yep, exactly. 2019, Shazam! The Rock has already been cast as Black Adam, who's the bad guy.
I just don't understand how you can, this is what, 5 years?
5 years from now, The Rock is already
he
been
could
cast.
be dead.
Yeah. And we're assuming, or hoping at least, there will be no old guy and an RV being involved in this movie.
Exactly.
Avengers Infinity War Part 2. By this point, Robert Downey Jr. will be 55 years old. There's no way he's still Iron Man by that point, unless he has a much more limited role. Maybe, as you said, maybe Iron Man won't even be in the group by then, or maybe they'll just recast him, as they might other characters. And then Justice League 2. Again, not holding my breath. 2020, Cyborg. Really, DC? Cyborg? I guess just to complete the JL set?
They should have done all those first.
Yes. Yes.
And then if any of the actors didn't work out as their characters, they wouldn't be in the movie.
Right. And Green Lantern. Ryan Reynolds, don't wait for the phone for the call on that one.
He's going to be redoing his Deadpool.
He'll be in Deadpool 5 by then.
Yeah. Direct to video.
Direct to video, yeah. All right, so just a lot of stuff coming out. And
so while we're waiting for all these movies to come out, we can continue to promote our audio podcast, How I Got My Wife to Read Comics, on iTunes or on our website, sfpodcastnetwork.com. From the Pop Culture Bunker, I'm Mindy.
I'm Mark. Thanks for watching.